Let's imagine something. You have a list of 1,000 phone numbers. You pick up the phone, dialing the first number and waiting someone to answer. The name of this process is cold call, meaning you're calling to someone you don't know. Scary, right? Now, why it's hard? So think about this is you're trying to find new friends and you're not doing this in the park or school, you're calling to them and you're not going to say just hi. You're going to tell them about something you think is great. You're nervous, your palms are sweaty, and you're about to talk to total stranger. And most of the time they will not be happy to hear about you. Why? Because you're interrupting their day. They might be in the middle of the lunch or meeting or just relaxing. So once they pick up a phone and understand this is a cold call, they will not be happy to talk. You start talking, explaining what it is about, and usually you hear something like, I'm not interesting, or I don't have a time, or just hang up. Ouch. And that doesn't feel good, does it? You cannot let it out. You choose another phone from your list, dial next number and try again, and the next and the next and the next, and until you're doing this 1,000 times. And this sounds crazy work, and this is what exactly I just done, and I want to share my experience with this. You know what, even if it was so hard for me and sometimes it even made me sad or even mad, there are also a lot of good things about this too. Even though cold calling can be very hard and tough, there are a lot of learning opportunity. Helps me to get better at talking to people, understanding their needs and finding the way to help them. Plus, every once in a while you will find someone who will be really interested in what you're selling. And that's make all the work worth it. So let's dive in and figure out what I learned from taking 1,000 cold calls. Hi there, my name is Sviat and welcome to my channel. For those who doesn't know who I am ex-CEO of software development company that helps real estate agencies to digitalize seamlessly and smoothly. And now I own AI automation agencies that help real estate companies to integrate AI automation solution to their business flows. So let's talk about good parts, silver lining. So imagine this, I call, get tons of not interested, I don't have time, or just hang-ups. But then I call a number and everything changes. And this is what is happening. The person on the other side says, yeah, tell me more about this. That's it, that's a moment, and this feels awesome. I explain why I call, what is this about, and you know what? They're listening me. They ask questions, they want to learn more. And I'm having the real conversation, and that's the goal. This is what I need, not only to sell, but also to understand people's needs. This is a conversation, and there are a lot of things to learn from this call. Because you explain your offer and have a chance to understand what they like, what they don't like, and where is the ways to improve it. So you get a feedback, and the feedback is like a gold. Getting a feedback from the real person, this is something I cannot get anywhere. I cannot get a feedback from book, website, or course, only talking to real people. I learn what works, what doesn't, and how people react to my offer. I learn about what makes people interested and what sends them off. And this feedback helps me to understand my audience better and make my offer even better. But then I thought that must be a better way. I mean, cold call is very good, but it's very time consuming and must be some another way to get feedbacks. But also I don't want to feel like a robot. I don't want to call them with automation or something like this. So I wanted to take benefits from cold calling, but without drawback. So I started looking for a solution, and I want this to allow me to reach out to people, share my offer, and get feedback from this. But I don't want to give the feeling that I am a robot, so I wanted some personalization. And I want to do something different what not many people do it. And that's when I discovered voice drop method. So this method allows me to leave voicemail without actually calling to them. Sounds good, right? This method allows me to reach people quickly and stand out from other cold callers. This makes a lead warmer and increase my chance to get valuable feedback. However, I need very high quality phone numbers because otherwise this method will not really work. And the phone numbers from Google also doesn't work for me. And there is awesome tool called Apollo, and I talking a lot about this in this channel. In the next part of my video, I will share how to get phone numbers from the Apollo. It's very simple. Stay tuned. Do you like this video so far? Give it a like. It means a world for me. Thank you. Okay friends, we're on the most important part of the video. of how to get phone numbers pretty easy. Okay, we are moving to real fun part. I will show how I get phone numbers, and for this I'm using Apollo. I hope you're excited because I'm about to share something important and something very crucial, and after this you will feel like you unlock some secret. Apollo is a special tool. It's like Hammer helps us build a house. Apollo helps us to build a phone number list. But you have to know how to swing Hammer, right? Same thing with Apollo. And don't worry, I will share how to use it. It gets easy after you get the hands of it. Okay, we're now on my computer and this is Apollo search, and it looks pretty much complicated, but don't worry, I will explain everything. So here you see a lot of filters, a lot of checkboxes, a table, some tabs and so on. So the first thing what we have to do is to put our filters what we are looking for. As you know that I'm targeting in USA, small companies, real estate. Here I put everything what I need. Also here is some additional filters for revenue and email status. Email status means that Apollo already checked and approved that email is valid. This is just additional things. Here we have a list of contacts with everything we need. So for example, let's go to first one, realtor, CEO, co-founder, and we're gonna click access email and phone number. And here what we got all the details, status, California, location, this is company phone number, this is what we definitely don't need, revenue, some technologies they use, could be very informative as well, some scraped news, nothing here we see, okay. And here where it gets most interesting, Apollo gives credits, and there are also limits, so make sure to check the limits. This is definitely a paid feature. And you click request for phone number, and as we see, I think we got phone number, but this is from company phone. Okay, let's try another one. Yes, it looks like this is primer, because I check this company phone number is different from this. So also there is a little like check verified. So meaning that this phone number what we need. As you see, after you provided all of these filters, Apollo makes the work for you. Apollo workflow is a little bit complicated. So first they are trying to scrape the data to find somewhere in the internet. Also there is such a feature of the community. So for example, if I call to this number and it sounds like this is the wrong phone number, so I have possibility here to change the status on the phone number that this is not verified anymore or invalid or something, and this will let Apollo know that this is not verified anymore, and they will scrap it or refine this data. The whole process does not take so much time. Apollo gives you a list and you create the phone number list for you. The cool part is that Apollo helps us to narrow down, so it increases the chance to make these people more interesting in our offer, because Apollo found them based on the filters we provide. But remember, we are not going to call them, we are going to leave voicemail, and this message I say who I am, and this message I say who I am, what I offer, and how they can reach out to me if they're interested. It's quick, easy, and not scary at all. See, I told you this is going to be fun. This is how I use Apollo to make the whole process more easier, faster. And this is how I use Apollo to get in phone numbers and make whole calling process more easier and faster. I save time, energy, and still get feedback from the market about my offer. In the next part of the video, I will explain what I do exactly to grab people's attention. We are going to talk about voicemail drop method and what I do to grab people's attention. When I do voicemail drop method, I don't call them actually. I'm dropping the message directly to their voice email. It's like putting a note to someone's mailbox, but instead of paper, we are using our voice. You may think, well, voicemails, does anyone listen to this? This is very wrong. When people get voicemail, they get curious and they wonder who called them and what they want. It's in human nature. We're all like bit of mystery. So they listen to our message, and that's the chance they will be interested in our offer. Start with friendly message. Hey there, hope you have a great day. And then we are saying who we are. My name is Sviat, I'm from company XYZ. After this, I'm not a stranger anymore, so they know who I am, and even if they never hear about me before. Next, I explain why I'm calling. So I say I called to you because I already help companies in real estate like your to increase productivity, to streamline lead generation process, using all AI and so on. With this, I explain how I already help the real estate companies and how I can help him to streamline his process, his revenue, and so on. But also very important, what I make sure that the offer is very exciting, but at the same time it's very realistic. And then I explain what they have to do if they want to work with us. I say, if you are interested, you can call me or visit my website or email me. One thing what I learned and works very well for me is to provide only one way for contacting to you, because if you provide multiple ways, usually people choose to not contact you. Here is funny part. After the 2 minutes, we send them SMS message. Why? Because sometimes people need a little nudge. They probably don't check voicemail very often, but a text message, the chances someone will take a look at this right after is much higher. So we send them friendly message that we have something cool for them. And that's it. We mail drop them and send a follow-up SMS message. It doesn't take a lot of time, but it makes big difference. It's like planting a seed. With the time and a bit of luck, it can grow to great conversation on either a sale. So that's the voicemail drop method with small bonus. I hope this video was informative for you. Check this video about how I configure LinkedIn automation.